Welcome to Baldur's Gate 3 Friendship is Magic. My name is JRandall0308, and in this series, I will forcibly befriend a variety of monsters and NPCs to bring them completely under my control as though they were companion characters. How will I do this? With the power of PolyDom. No, not that kind of poly, as fun as that might be. And no, not that kind of dom, as fun as that might be. I'm referring to the combination of polymorph, which turns the target into a sheep, and dominate beast, which gives you control over a beast, such as a sheep. Once you've cast both spells, you simply need to return to camp, remove the dominate beast caster to your party, re-add the dominate beast caster to your party, cancel concentration on polymorph, exit camp, save, reload, then remove the dominate beast caster from your party again, and voila! You've made a new friend who is under your complete control. If you'd like a less motor-mouthed explanation, I made a separate instructional video for the PolyDom process. That link is in the description. I want to emphasize that I did not discover this technique. PolyDom has been around for a few years. You may have seen it mentioned in various Discord servers, on Reddit, or used in videos by Proxygate Tactician and others. Who was the first person to originate the PolyDom technique? There's probably no way to know for sure, but the earliest reference I can find to the full-fledged technique as we know it today is from a Chinese site, forum.gamer.com.tw, by a user named Pow870111, posted in October 2023. So why do this series? Because PolyDom is fun. Monsters and NPCs were never meant to be under your control. Many of them have unique and powerful abilities with minimal limitations. In addition to being fun, PolyDom is different. In this series, I'll make my friends do the work, much like Tom Sawyer whitewashing Aunt Polly's fence. Except unlike Tom Sawyer, I won't trick my friends, I'll flat out order them around. Okay, maybe that wasn't the best analogy, but I couldn't resist the Aunt Polly pun. I do have some self-imposed rules, which I end up breaking in a few cases. The rules are, my friends must be humanoids. Well, humanoid-ish, 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, more or less. My friends can't be undead. Undead are weird and yucky. If you want to see an awesome Control Undead series, check out Friendly Lich's videos of a solo Death Knight run. My friends can't be beasts or animals. Yes, you could dominate a beast without the polymorph first, but that would be a different series. My friends can't be constructs. Sadly, you can't polydom most constructs, so no robot army. I won't polydom Sovereign Glut and then use them to make Spore Servants. Spore Servants are cool, but not what I want to do here. My character needs a companion to facilitate each polydom. Other than that, I'll try to play solo. By solo, of course, I mean my character plus his flock of friends. Still, my character must not directly attack nor deal damage. He limits himself to support because he's a helpful guy. PolyDom is not an intended part of gameplay. I don't know what will happen to the game when certain NPCs are befriended. For that reason, I'll play this series on Honor Mode level difficulty, but as a custom game with multiple saves allowed in case I need to reload. What am I saying? I will definitely need to reload when I get stuck in weird loops or soft locked. Are you ready to meet my character? Here he is in all his glory. Dragonborn are widely regarded as one of the weakest races in BG3, so they need all the friends they can get. He starts as a sorcerer, with the friends cantrip of course. I choose to make him a silver dragonborn for thematic reasons, and if you understand why, give yourself 100 obscure reference points and a pat on the back. He's a charlatan, much like Tom Sawyer. Also, deception and sleight of hand are great skills. I choose the Ophidian head, because he's a snake who whispers in people's ears, like a certain biblical character. I give him a meaningful name, and I'm ready to go. You've all seen the early game 1,000 times, so I won't belabor it. Lae'zel in a cage gives me the first opportunity to use the friends cantrip. An attempt to be clever against the tomb robbers turns into a mess. A couple of summons give me a hand at the grove entrance where Zeblor refuses to jump into the nice soft webs. And in general, I run around to do early game things. But after the early game, I have a problem. Polymorph and Dominate Beast are both 4th level spells, and while Polymorph can show up on scrolls, Dominate Beast is not available on scrolls, which means there's no way around the character level 7 requirement. My goal for the series is to befriend people and have my friends do things, but I can't make any friends until I'm level 7. There's guides for how to reach level 5 or 6 without combat, but to do so requires skipping all over the place, and I don't want to skip all over the place. Enter coal mining. Gek coal, that is. Essentially, you use a loop whereby you repeatedly fight Gek coal zombies for XP. It's not a lot of XP, so it takes a lot of loops. The coal mining technique seems to have been discovered by Proxygate Tactician, further iterated by Melth, and then a user on Melth's video named Alex Lentz pointed out that if you change regions, the zombies are worth a little more XP. There's an excellent write-up on Reddit about coal mining by RoutineAd3835, also known as Willowman, so read that for more and better information. For my purposes, after I finish the early game nonsense, my character is just a little below level 5 at 6,500 XP. That means I need 14,500 more XP to reach level 7 when I can finally make some friends. At the standard get coal rate, without changing regions, which I don't want to do, the zombies are worth 3 XP each. Let's say I kill them in batches of 21, it will take 103.17 loops. Yeah. I'm going to cheat instead and quaff these potions of experience from the Cheater Spell Scroll mod. I'm now finally ready to make some friends. For my first friend, I choose Anders, the fake paladin of Tyr. Charlatan recognizes Charlatan. Plus, given that Karlach is helping me out with the PolyDom process, it seems only fair that I broker a treaty between Anders and her. I dispose of Cyrell and Trin fairly easily, but Anders shows me why he is the bane of many a would-be honor mode run. And this is with me at level 7, way overleveled for this fight. I use a potion of invisibility to escape Anders' wrath, then revivify Karlach and give her my only potion of greater healing. Why did I come to this encounter so unprepared? I have both characters quaff elixirs of vigilance, so we'll get the drop on Anders when we confront him again. When we do, he doesn't seem particularly fond of me, but is amenable to a gift. Anders' inventory contains a Waterdavian cheese wedge. It's like he knows what's coming. There's no reason for a bribe when the entire point of PolyDom is to forcibly befriend people, so I attack. Thanks to Anders' aura of protection that gives him a +8 to wisdom saving throws, the chance of polymorph success is only 64%, even with heightened spell. Too risky. I use an elixir of Battle Mage's power for 3 stacks of arcane acuity. That raises the success chance to 80%. Acceptable. Karlach uses the same approach, I cross my fingers, and yes, got him. On a side note, you may wonder how Karlach has the same gear as my main character. I used the Invoke Duplicity exploit to make copies of the spell save DC gear, which is a fairly well-known technique by now, but I created another instructional video for those who are curious. That link is, you guessed it, in the description. After a trip to camp and several saves just in case, I take an unorthodox approach to the PolyDom technique I thought I knew by heart. Fortunately, the order of operations is more flexible than I remembered, and I end up with a polydomed paladin. I reverse pickpocket some items into Anders' inventory. They show up in his action bar. Excellent. Overall, his abilities aren't that impressive. Thunderous Smite, Divine Smite, and Shield of Faith via his Sword of Justice. However, like most summons and pets, Anders is able to equip an item from the ground that's on the list of items consumable by Gale, otherwise known as the Gale Buffet. I give Anders a Jolt Shooter and some fire arrows. I grab Karlach from camp for a quick group photo. Next time, my first friend shows he has no ear for music, I gain a second friend who quickly proves her worth, and for my third friend I choose one of the early game's most ridiculous creatures. I hope you enjoyed this introductory episode of Baldur's Gate 3 Friendship is Magic. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching!